I often get asked by the media when India will have its first SpaceX moment. I don't want to call it a SpaceX moment because I don't want to compare what happened today to something else that happened far, far away with different companies. But I would say that what we witnessed today was an India moment. We'll all like to congratulate the Skyroot Aerospace team, the founders Pawan and Bharat, for giving us what they've given us today. We all witnessed that there was a small hiccup in the beginning in the automatic launch sequence, but it was a very minor thing that was very quickly rectified, we restarted, and after that we had an absolutely smooth sail. We will talk about what all this means to Skyroot, to India, to the world in terms of what they've achieved, but what I want to say is that the team has worked extremely hard for many years to get to this point and to succeed in the very first attempt. And not only succeed with flying colors. The mission objective was only to lift off and clear the tower. That was only about 100 meters. But what we went to is 450 kilometers and also release all the satellites they're supposed to release. So the mission was absolutely perfect, all objectives met. And again, compliments, congratulations, appreciation, gratitude, whatever adjective you want to use to the Skyroot team for making all of us proud. And you would have probably heard Honorable Prime Minister give a call immediately after the launch completed and had a long conversation with Pawan and Bharat, appreciating again what they have done and congratulating the team. So I would now request Pawan and Bharat to say a few words, and after that Chairman Isro, Secretary Doss to say a few words, and then we'll open up for questions.
Thank you, Pawan sir. And sorry to keep you all waiting. So the automatic launch sequence, like Ganga sir said, you had a small glitch initially which we had to restart again, sort it out, and our heart rates were rising, and it went smooth the moment we restarted, solved the problem, and then we took off, and I think it's a historic takeoff. First time a private company in India built an orbital rocket, brought to the launch pad, and took off from Indian soil. It's a big historic moment for India, and also a very, very important moment for the global space sector, because the world needs more access to space, and the world has a new launch vehicle, and now this time the launch vehicle came from India. And we also, in fact, very, very happy that this has been so well authorized by Space, which is the authorizing voting agency, the regulator for space in India, which Dr. Govinda represents, and is a phenomenal job of enabling the sector like no other. We have the best regulator in the world for space, and today is actually the result of that, and we're very proud that we were able to achieve this. And in fact, most of it goes to our team Skyroot, a team whose average age is just 28 years, has built this India's first private orbital rocket and successfully launched to orbit in the very first attempt. And this is truly a historic moment for India, and also really a proud moment personally for me and Bharat. And so we took off at around 4 o'clock, and we had a great flight. We include several new technologies. In fact, the rocket is completely built with carbon composite. First time in India, very, very light material, and we were able to do it fully qualified in actual flight. And then we have used 3D printed engine, which is the final engine, which actually put the satellites on orbit. And we separated the two satellites successfully. Graha Space, our customer, and Skyroot's our own satellite. This is the first time an orbital rocket belongs to Skyroot, and then satellite was launched successfully, belongs to Skyroot, and the deployer with the satellite was launched also belongs to Skyroot. I think this is a very important capability proof for Skyroot and also for Indian space. And then all credit goes to our team, suppliers, work like the 400 plus suppliers across India who have supplied various critical systems to Vikram-1 rocket. And very important of the backbone our investors who are with us in thick and thin, and who would have had Skyroot from 8 years ago. crew which made this happen. Also, I would like to thank Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji, who opened up the sector to participate and set a very strong action. And ISRO, in fact, the spaceport area today is one of the best spaceports in the world. And the launch pad which we launched today, the first launch pad, is the most versatile launch pad in the world. And we were able to work very closely with ISRO team, exceptional set of engineers who enabled this mission. And thank ISRO chairman, Narayan sir, for enabling this entire journey, like seamless support given by all ISRO teams from SHAR, from Vikram-1 Space Center, and ISTAC, and other centers who supported this mission forward. And with that, I think it's truly a great landmark moment for Indian space. I'm proud that it happened in India and comes here today, and is enabled by space and supported by ISRO. Thank you.
Nothing more to add. Honestly, we are out of words personally, and just wanted to give a technical update. In that we targeted an ultimate goal. Epitome of goal for this mission was to actually reach orbit, and we did that. We targeted a 40-kilometer altitude, 60-degree inclination orbit, and most precisely we reached that, and we will be updating on the exact orbital parameters we achieved soon after the data analysis. And this is, as Pawan mentioned, a significant milestone. And to put it well, India has become the third country where a private, with a private orbital-class launch vehicle capability with this success. And one of the very few, one of the rarest moments where a private sector developed orbital rocket has been succeeded in its very first attempt. And this is a moment of great pride, not just for Skyroot, and of all of India.
Dear friends, very good afternoon to all of you. Today, achievement is a great achievement for the Indian space sector, and we have to really thank our Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, for his visionary leadership and direction for taking the space program to much greater heights. That is demonstrated today's launch. A startup company which is just started, Skyroot Aerospace system, started just 8 years back, and developing a orbiter launcher and making a successful mission in the first attempt. It's really a great achievement, great satisfaction for every one of our country. Specifically, the space community is so proud on this great achievement. Surely, you all will agree with me, the Indian space ecosystem is growing under the leadership of our Prime Minister of India, and surely we all are contributing for the Viksit Bharat 2047. And first of all, let us thank our Skyroot team. Just the average age of 28 years, youngsters, our own brothers and sisters contributing for this great milestone. And of course, Mr. Pawan Kumar ji, as the InSpace chairman, also deserves high level of appreciation for his role as the InSpace chairman. Also, the ISRO centers and units for their role in hand-holding and supporting, enabling this great activity. And you all are part of us. We have so much time you have waited, and then let me also thank each and every one of you who are here on this momentous occasion. Thank you.
Congratulations on making the history. The first question is, what was going on your mind during that hiccup moment, and when the Vikram-1 achieved the orbit? If you could please tell us about that.
Yeah. So, like, if you mentioned about the whole we achieved, whole we encoded the automated launch sequence, then that's automated launch sequences are built to actually hold the launch. The entire purpose of building an automated launch sequence is to check each and every type parameter, software, hardware, all sensor parameters. Every value is right and good to go for launch. Even a tiny hiccup, it should rise good, and post manual analysis only we should clear for the next sequence. And it has done its job correctly. But the hiccup was a minor timing based hiccup which we did not encounter before in minor. But it is just a software parameter, not in the vehicle, but something in our systems on the ground. has an older value than what it's supposed to take. It's just a manual timing check based issue, and simply once we realize it's that, and we simply by restarting the orbital sequence, we showed that we could achieve the thing, and we said simply go ahead with the second evolution. It's pretty well as we all experienced. Yeah, of course, it was indeed a tense moment, but that is something that is bound to happen, and we are all more prepared for it because that's what we expect from our orbital.
I just want to add, just one second, please. I just want to add that what I saw at that time in them was confidence. And they told me, sir, it's nothing big, it's a small glitch, some kind of a little change we have to do in the data entry point, and they said it will just get resolved in half an hour. I never thought it will happen. They're just saying it, but they were confident.
இப்போ வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் நாம வந்து லான்ச் பண்ணவே சக்சஸ் ஆயிருக்காங்க. குறிப்பா அந்த யூத் எல்லாம் நிறைய இருக்காங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்க. நம்ம இஸ்ரோ பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் அடுத்து வரக்கூடிய லான்ச்சஸ் எப்படி இருக்கும், இதை வந்து நீங்க வந்து எப்ப மறுபடியும் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுவீங்க? இதோடைய பூஸ்டப்பா நம்ம அவங்க வந்து ஒரு 2030 வந்து 15 லான்ச் பண்ணணும்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. நம்மளுடைய கோல் என்ன, இந்த வருஷம் நம்ம இஸ்ரோ என்ன பண்ண போறோம்?
ஆக்சுவலாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இஸ்ரோயில் வந்து நிறையா ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ் இருக்குது. இந்த வருஷம் நிறையா சேட்டலைட் லான்ச் பிளான் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ககன்யான் ஃபஸ்ட்டு அன்க்ரூட் மிஷன் பிளான் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அண்டு அட்லீஸ்ட் ஒரு 6-7 சேட்டலைட்ஸ் லான்ச் பிளான் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ எல்லா ஒர்க்கும் சிங்க்ரனைஸ்ட் வேயாட்டு நடந்துகிட்ருக்கு. இன்றைக்கி வந்து வி ஹவ் டன் ஏ மேஜர் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட், ஸ்கைரூட் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட். I think better to compliment them and talk more about the space ecosystem, space sector reform, and startup companies' growth, and the role of Skyroot in achieving this. அதுதான் ரொம்ப இன்னைக்கு ரொம்ப ஆப்டாக இருக்கும். நம்ம வந்து வேற ஒரு டைமில் வந்து மற்ற ஆக்டிவிட்டிலாம்
எடுத்தவொடனே அவங்க மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு வெற்றி அடைஞ்சிருக்காங்க. ஒரு பெரிய தமிழ்நாட்டு பெரிய ஒரு மாற்றத்தை வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைமே
congratulations to both of you and Team Skyroot here. Yeah. So you told about the average age of companies 28 years. Can you tell us more about the profile? Who are they and what is background there? Whether they are coming from IITs or which colleges, which subject, and how they achieved this success within 2 years.
So in fact, Skyroot is one of the most diverse teams. So we have fresh people who are college across IITs and IITs, other colleges across the country, very diverse team. So we look at the best brains, passionate people across the country. We have a mix of freshers, experienced people, and a diverse set of talent from other industries and other areas. Because in fact, we're building 95% of talent Skyroot have never worked on stage before. So we have built from scratch, and a very diverse set of talent. We have people working at Kotias and people at KPS also working at Skyroot, and we also have people coming from very close industries, people coming from completely different industries, bringing new perspectives into it. So I would say diverse across India, across colleges, across type of talent, across type of United States.
One question. Sir, congratulations, sir. So, what is the reason of the 35 minutes late launch?
So that's one of the things. The first question has the there's something called automated launch sequence, in which any minor issue phase also we try the code. We realize whether that's actually a working code or not, and we restart that. It's a normal practice that happens prior to launch. Because of that, there was 30 minutes delay, and we started. The launch time and movement 30 minutes, and we again attempted.
Pawan Science Editor at ETV. Congratulations to Pawan and Naga and the 28-year-old average age 1,000 member team. But don't forget Pawan and Dr. Dr. Narayan and the team who have really worked hard with it. Two questions. One, we've had a successful launch. Abdul Mange more. When do we get the second launch? And one question for Dr. Narayana. Great that a private player has succeeded from Sriharikota. When do we see ISRO back on the launch pad, sir?
So the next launch, as we speak, we're almost back end of the manufacturing, and we hope to do that launch this year, and we're making our preparations for the next launch. And I was just discussing with Dr. Govinda, it's like building a space company is not a T20 match, it's like a test match. It's a long game, and then we need to make like more and more launches, build more and more heritage, and launch more and more satellites. The second launch is coming soon. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
Just 1 second.
We have
One
noticed,
second, Dr. Narayan has to respond.
We have
Just
To your question, this finance year, at least we have targeted 7 launches are targeted this finance year, and we are going to start the launch within 2 months. From that, by March, we are targeting 6 or 7 launches. Already satellites are getting ready, and 2 satellites are totally built, and 5 or 6 satellites are just in the final phase of integration.
Okay, from third row. One second. After that, we'll take it.
This is for Dr. Narayan actually. Sir, today Skyroot was saying that today what was achieved today was the foundation for establishing regular launch cadence. So Sriharikota is if you meet the high frequency private sector launches or it was
No, you have asked a very good question, and you all know. Number one, Sriharikota, we have got all the features, but then the taking 300 or 350 kg satellite from this big launch pads is not so optimum. So what is done is, initial launches will go from here. Then we are also building the second launch complex in Kulasegarapatnam that is getting ready. Within this financial year, we are going to commission. That is what is the target. Once it is commissioned, depending upon the requirement, some of the launches will go from here, some of the launches will go from there. So that depending upon the requirement, decision will be taken. So I think once again here we have to thank Prime Minister, because it was he who gave the approval to build the second launch complex in Kulasegarapatnam, and probably sometime you all can go and have a look of it. We will invite you also, and the facilities are in the final phase of commissioning. In another 6 months time frame, we are targeting to commission the facilities here.
Congratulations, Skyroot. There are 2 questions. What are the toughest challenges you face in developing Vikram-1? One more thing, are you ready to compete with SpaceX?
So, just to answer the first question, rocket science is called rocket science for a reason, and we understood why it's called rocket science, because when we started, we were a bit naive that we wanted to do it much faster than what we could accomplish, but it really took us double the time and double the money to actually come to where we are than what we anticipated, and all through the journey had great learnings in the development timelines, iterations required for each subsystems, because the rocket is thousands of systems working together in unison, and everything has to work well to make it a success. And even one failure will result in it. So it's a very complex development, and there was a great learning experience throughout the development of the Vikram. Also is
Skyroot is ready to compete with
SpaceX. Yeah, so SpaceX is a huge inspiration for any, most of the space startups. They started so early. And they are certainly way ahead and a huge inspiration for